Hey guys, it's Tim Lee Michael. We just got done looking at this whole idea in our last video of the T in the face, and I told you we were going to get a bit more defined. So let me go ahead and move my paper out of the way here and quickly draw my bounding block so I know how far I can draw off the paper before the camera can't see it. And we'll go ahead and do this quick little demonstration for you so you know what to look for next. So here's what we got, guys. We mentioned the idea of looking at the T in the face by drawing those simple lines. Go check out the previous video, it'll help you out. But now I want to give you some more information. So we're going to do a new shape here. Once again, I'm going to draw the T, I'm going to draw the Y, okay, and I'm going to draw the arrow. That's the three forms that I would call it. But now we're going to add a little bit more information to them, and we're going to do that by doing this. We're going to do the T this way, we're going to do the Y this way, and we're going to change the form of the Y like that, and then we're going to draw the T this way. And it's going to look much more like an arrow, but we're going to point the tip a little bit. Okay, so these three forms are going to play just as important a role as the three that we just did in our last video, and here's why. Watch what happens here. So once again, you can choose how you use these. I'm going to show you several different ways that you could use this. The bottom here is usually going to be where the nose either connects to the face or where the nose comes to a point. And we're going to talk more about that in future videos. For now, I'm going to assume that this nose has a bottom here. And like I said, it'll make more sense in future videos. So we can draw out this form, and then we can go ahead and draw in our eyes here. And with this T, we're going to be focusing on getting these eyes fairly flat across the plane. And then here is where our eyebrow is going to go, okay? So when you're looking at someone's face, this can help kind of give you some of that introduction to the face, seeing the depth here, looking at that and looking for where the T is. For this one here, maybe the eye here are more catty, as we mentioned in our previous video. Check that out. There's a lot of good information there. And then the eyebrows, maybe they come up a lot higher and they carry a lot more detail in the arc of the eye. Okay, and then the nose might be a little bit wider, and we're going to pretend that maybe this nose is up a little bit taller and a little bit higher up. So maybe it'll be a little bit more of a button nose kind of a form, kind of like that. Okay, and skip all that because that's just a little too long. And in this one, this is more of a person who's a little sleepy and has sleepy eyes. So we can draw in those sleepy eyes a little bit, get that sleepy eye form. And then with this sleepy eye form, maybe their eyebrows hang just directly over top their eye, and so we can just really define that on these lines. And then maybe they have a really pointy, crazy nose, and it comes down to a tip right at the end, and it just has this really broad central point, and then comes down to this really defined tip. That's the kind of nose that I have, and it's a really good way to see that technique as we look at this. So you're giving yourself a lot more information, and you're finding ways to recognize this information because you can look at someone and you can just kind of see this T form in the face, and you can see how wide the bottom of the T is, if it's wide, if it's central, or if it's narrow. And then you can also look at the forms here and see, are they catty, are they sleepy, are they straight? And this is all important stuff to get likeness. Well guys, as you know, my name is Tim Lee Michael, and if you have any questions, ask them down below. And also, super important, I have an Instagram and a Facebook, and just look up Tim Lee Michael on both of those. I pop right up. And then finally, I have a Patreon, and you can find that in the link in the description below. If you want to support me, that'd be awesome. Anyone who supports me on Patreon gets to see my videos release a few days before they come out here on YouTube. So if you want to see them a little sooner, you can check it out over there. Every time I release a new video on YouTube, I also release a new video that'll come out a couple days later on Instagram, on Patreon. So we want to give you guys that chance to enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this helps. Go practice a little bit, and I'll see you in my next video. God bless. Bye.